Imagine the electric buzz of a packed NFL stadium on a crisp Sunday afternoon, where football meets fierce political drama, and Donald Trump is right in the middle of it, drawing both thunderous boos and scattered cheers. That was the scene at the Washington Commanders matchup against the Detroit Lions, marking Trump's historic return as the first sitting president to attend a regular season NFL game in nearly half a century. But here's where it gets controversial. How do we reconcile a leader's appearance at a national pastime with the deep divisions it stirs in fans? Let's dive into the details and unpack what unfolded, step by step, to give you a clearer picture of this polarizing event. As the game progressed, the atmosphere turned charged when Trump's image flickered onto the video board late in the first half. He was spotted in a luxury suite alongside House Speaker Mike Johnson, prompting loud disapproval from significant portions of the crowd. Though a few voices rose in support, this reaction wasn't entirely surprising, given that the Washington, D.C. region leans heavily Democratic, and Trump's previous budget cuts to government spending have impacted many local workers near the stadium. For beginners unfamiliar with U.S. politics, think of it like this. These cuts can mean reduced pay or job security for federal employees, fostering resentment that spills over into public events. And this wasn't an isolated incident. Trump faced similar hostility at the 2019 World Series, when Washington Nationals fans chanted, "Lock him up," echoing broader political tensions. The jeers didn't stop there. They intensified during an on-field ceremony honoring the military, where Trump led an oath for service members to recite. Despite the boos, the moment highlighted a nod to patriotism, but it also underscored the clash between Trump's presence and the fans' sentiments. Before the president even arrived, the game had its own Trump-themed moment. In the first quarter, Lions receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown celebrated a touchdown with the now infamous Trump dance, a playful routine athletes adopted last year to satirize the former president. It added an extra layer of irony to the day. Trump touched down at Joint Base Andrews after a flyover of Northwest Stadium, arriving a bit behind schedule. "I'm a little bit late," he quipped to reporters before heading to the arena in his armored vehicle. He expressed optimism, saying, "We're gonna have a good game. Things are going along very well. The country's doing well. The Democrats have to open it up," clearly alluding to the ongoing government shutdown. For context, a shutdown occurs when Congress can't agree on funding, halting non-essential government operations and affecting millions, explaining why his comment might rub some the wrong way. Once inside, Trump made waves by joining the Fox broadcast booth, where he enjoyed nearly 10 minutes of airtime. He reminisced about his own high school football days, weighed in on the action by calling some plays during the third quarter, and addressed the nation's economic state. When asked how things were going, he claimed prices were dropping for Americans, a statement some experts have questioned as overly optimistic, given rising inflation reports. He also humorously admitted he never scored a touchdown in high school, and joked, "At least you realize I never tell a lie." This visit puts Trump in elite company. He's only the third sitting president to grace a regular season NFL game, following Richard Nixon in 1969 and Jimmy Carter in 1978. He also holds the distinction of being the first to attend a Super Bowl while in office, when he cheered for the Philadelphia Eagles' victory over the Kansas City Chiefs in February. And this is the part most people miss. According to an ESPN report from Saturday, a White House intermediary informed the Commanders' owners that Trump desires the team's new stadium, part of a massive $4 billion redevelopment project in D.C., replacing the old RFK Stadium, to carry his name. Trump himself hinted at his involvement during the Fox segment, boasting, "They're going to build a beautiful stadium. That's what I'm involved in. We're getting all the approvals and everything else. And you have a wonderful owner, Josh Harris, and his group, and you're going to see some very good things." Naming a public stadium after a living political figure? That's bound to spark debate. Does it blur the lines between sports and politics, or is it a fitting tribute? Sunday's outing fits into Trump's pattern of high-profile sports cameos. From golf's Ryder Cup to auto racing's Daytona 500 and tennis's U.S. Open, where he's drawn mixed reactions, including boos that some argue played into his strongman persona. The Commanders' president, Mark Klaus, offered a diplomatic statement. "We are honored to welcome President Trump to the game as we celebrate those who have served and continue to serve our country." The entire Commanders organization is proud to participate in the NFL's league-wide Salute to Service initiative, recognizing the dedication and sacrifice of our nation's veterans, active duty service members, and their families this Sunday. Prior to kickoff, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth connected with principal owner Josh Harris and participated in an on-field military ceremony, adding another layer of official recognition to the event. In wrapping this up, Trump's stadium visit raises eyebrows and questions. Is it appropriate for a president to lend his name to a sports venue, potentially turning it into a political monument? Or does it simply reflect his enthusiasm for American institutions? What do you think? Does this blend of football and politics excite you, or does it cross a line? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear differing viewpoints.